I'm back after almost a week off, or 6 days off. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. I'm Claire Louise Hay, and I'm back. Oh, I had pain 5 days straight. Not good. Yesterday was my first day off painkillers. Oh, it's so tiring being in pain all the time. I'm okay now. There's still a bit going on. My sinuses still aren't good on this side. It was a lot of dental work that I had done last Thursday, and it was extremely painful afterwards. And this is the first time I've put my teeth back in. I've still got the denture thing because all the prepping was done ready for my new teeth be put in, which will be done on the 30th. So I've got less than 2 weeks left. I'm excited. Took the final impressions and everything, and they're being made at the moment, and then they all get put in. So it's all completely ready now. I've got big chunks of metal in my mouth where they're about to go in. This one's still sore. Middle one's still sore. 2 on that side are okay, which is why I can put this back in today. Oh, I'm feeling much better now. I've been sleeping so good too. Wow. 7.5 hours last night, but it's been like 8.5 hours, 9 hours every night. Which is, I think, because I've not been training. I've been doing strength training instead. Just the last couple of days, easing back into it. Anyway, hi Maria, hi Carrie, good to see you both. So, doing channeling today for Twin Flames. Let's see what's going on with Twin Flames at the moment. Anything happening in your lives? Let me know. Or are we still waiting? We'll see. The cards tell us. Anyway. Hey, Kate. Let's find out. What do I usually do? And of course, I'll be doing mini reads as well. If you're watching the replay, come along live sometime. If you're watching live, get a mini read. It's by donation. There's a comment pinned up top of the live chat that tells you how to do it. It's by donation. There's a PayPal link in there for your donations, but you can also use Super Chat or Super Sticker as well if you want here on YouTube, if that's easier for you. After you've done your donation, put a capital Q at the start of your comment with your question in for your reading, so I can find it easily. Thanks, Deborah. Oh, I'm so well rested. I am. And the last couple of days I didn't go out of the house before. Honestly, I was just in too much pain. The day that I had it done, I couldn't function. I had to go to the hotel next door. I had to just let the hotel that I'd booked go, even though there was a taxi guy that was going to take me there. I'm like, I can't do it. Physically, I can't do it. I was shaking. I was like, I just need to lay down in the hotel next door. Luckily, they had a room, and I went straight to bed. It was full on. Got a new dress on today. Do you want to see? Hey Karen, hey Judy, hey Sister Tribe. It's long. I can't usually get long dresses because I'm short and they're usually dragging on the floor and you have to alter them, right? But I watch this makeup channel. She's called Morgan Turner. She's shorter than me. She's 4 foot something. I'm 5'4". She's 4 foot something. And she got this dress off Amazon, and she was like, short girls, get this dress. So I got one in blue, like a blue flowery one, and this black one. Because, yeah, I long dresses, just never. So as soon as a short girl says, this one is short enough, and it's a long dress for short girls, then I get it. It's pretty expensive, because it came from America, but hey, it's nice, hey? Thank you. Hey, Danielle, Journey Art. Yeah, I'll wear the other one soon as well. And, yeah, it's good. Let's get some cards out. See what's going on with the Twin Flames. It's good to be back. Although I did really enjoy that time off. And, I was hardly doing anything at all, and I didn't get bored this time. I was watching a lot of movies. And it started off, the first day that I was watching movies, very troubling movies, very troubling. Like, they all had abuse in them, and it was very triggering to me. Childhood abuse in it. And it put me through something, tell you. And the night, and I was on pain medication the whole time as well, which didn't help. But that night I had trauma dreams, angry trauma dreams. And anyway, the movies got better after that. I've been on a whole trip. You know, have you ever had that? Where the universe takes you on a bit of a trip, and everything that you watch takes you on this kind of emotional journey through stuff. That's what's been happening for me the last few days. It's been kind of nice to stay in and just take care of myself. What's going on with twin flames at the moment? Calling forth the waves. Bring it. Bring it on, huh? Is that the way everyone's feeling? Bring it on. Posted a really gorgeous movie that I watched in Psychic Cafe Club in our community on Facebook. I would highly recommend. It says it's romantic. The romance was really such a small part of the movie, and I think they actually made it up. It was based on a true story, but I think they made the romance part of it up to try and add a bit of spice to it. It certainly wasn't the main part of the movie, the romance part of it, but very inspirational. Called, don't know, I can't remember, something wild. Tending the garden. Stuff needs to be done. Stuff needs to be done and sorted out in these twin flame things. Oh, let's get one of these out. A sea melody. So I'm going to be shooting videos today. It's been a while. It's been a week, in fact. We're doing a pick a card read. Did you all miss the pick a card read? Wasn't one on Monday. I pre-recorded one for Friday, but there wasn't one for Monday. Recharge. Coming back at you. It's nothing like on a walk on the beach to soothe your soul. Yeah. And luckily, because I haven't been putting my teeth in, usually when I go for a walk on the beach, I'll see at least 5 people that I know. No, not this time. In the last couple of days, I haven't, and it's good because I didn't want to talk to anyone because it was hard, and it just, my jaw's still hurting. My sinuses are hurting. It feels like someone's punched me in the nose. And my teeth are hurting. and I, quite frankly, I just didn't want to talk. I didn't want to use my mouth at all. But yesterday I needed to go and pick up my new glasses. Do you want to see them? I got 2 new pairs of glasses made up into glasses, into prescription glasses. 1 pair of, and they're Tiffany. 1 pair of sunglasses. These are my sunglasses. Cool. How cool are they? My ears aren't on straight, by the way. I always have to put my one side of the glasses on my ear, the other side is halfway up my head to make them look straight on my face. That's them. Got nice. Oh, wait. Let's change the scenery so you can actually see. Got Tiffany tea things on the side of it. And these are the other ones. These are just plain long sight stuff. I can't wear them for work because they're only for when I'm out and about looking at long distance things. These are the other ones, just plain. Do I look like a teacher? Everyone says I look like teachers wearing my glasses. These are bigger, than my other ones, so better for playing pool. Because the other ones are a little bit low and small, and so if I'm looking down, these are nice and big. Fancy, huh? So I went to pick those up yesterday. Had to talk, but I still didn't put my teeth in. Just letting my gums heal, Yeah, the opticians like them as well. Because of course I didn't get the frames from the opticians. I got them off farfetch.com. It's a bit warm. Okay. Thank you, Deborah. So that's cool. Let's do some channeling. What's going on with twin flames at the moment? Nothing with me. Nothing with me at all, but then nothing's been happening for me at all, apart from just internal journeys of emotional stuff. going on? Don't forget, if anyone wants something to read, for those donations in, we'll patch them up. Got the King of Pentacles suggesting that somebody, King is not us, when it's the male version of the King in this deck, it's someone else, suggesting that somebody, masculine, is perhaps masculine, if you're feminine, then they are maybe getting some stability, perhaps financially, could be, or material-wise, property-wise, something like that. Yeah. Getting stability. That's what it is. What else? What's going on with twin flames at the moment? Queen of Wands. Feminine's raring to go. She's like, this way, the light's this way. She's leading the way in this card. I see it each time. It's like, I see that sunflower is like, it's this way to happiness. It's this way to happiness. She's ready to take action. She's like, come on, let's do this. I've got I just thought that out after. Got a bit of a lump in the... Oh! Squirrel on my balcony. I think it's actually a tree. They're not called squirrel-sized ones. They've got a thinner face. Tree shrew or something like that. No. Got a long tail like a squirrel. Then we've got the Hierophant. We've got commitment. Both gearing up for commitment is what I heard. Both gearing up for commitment. Huh, okay. So I guess that the masculine and the feminine are getting ready for commitment in different ways with that message. Ace of Cups. And you start in love. The love is there for sure. There's transformation happening as well, all those butterflies. Cocooning, huh? Cocooning, getting ready for the thingy. Commitment. Cocooning. Perhaps both withdrawn at the moment while getting ready for serious commitment. Queen of Cups. She's getting ready to receive it. So she's opening up, getting ready to receive it. Let's move these across. Need more space. I wonder what the masculine's doing then. So she's getting ready to receive it rather than give it, you know. I talked about it in the energy update today about... Did I? Or am I just dreaming that? How... Yeah, maybe I'm just dreaming it. How women have really been taking a lot of the burdens on. And yeah, I was talking about it, I'm sure, in the energy update. And how when someone steps up to take responsibility, it's kind of a resentful thank you to them that we have, because it's like, well, but it was never my responsibility in the first place. Like, why did you get the option of taking this responsibility or not when I never had the option? No one else was doing it, so I had to take that. And Queen of Cups is telling me that the feminine is getting ready to receive this now. And so it could be working through stuff like that, working through past resentments, working through past times when you've been in codependent situations. What did I see? I saw a meme on Facebook yesterday, I think, and it was that old religious saying, perhaps, I don't know, or spiritual people saying of, when someone's loved right, just watch them shine. And I thought, what a recipe for disaster for codependence that is. You know, putting the onus on someone else to love them right. And I mean, it works for children. Yeah, love your children right and watch them shine. Adults that aren't your responsibility, I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't if I were you, because it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. children, for sure. Absolutely, for sure. But it's their responsibility, right? So, Queen of Cups, just getting ready. Whatever you're going through at the moment, feminines, you're getting ready to receive. It's kind of chipping away the stuff that perhaps you've got still got resentment about, and quite rightly so, you know. But just getting ready. Something that struck me. Oh yeah, I wanted to tell you this. Came up in private readings days ago, this, in a private reading. And I wanted to tell you it all because it's pretty important. It's the first time my guides have told me this. Hey, Carla. Is that there's different kinds of people. There's some people that have malice in their heart. These are bad people. They mean people harm. You're best staying away from them. And then there are people who have love in the heart, but they're, as of yet, unhealed. And they aren't the best of people either. They can project on you and be jealous and you know, do those toxic things too. But there's hope for them, and we've been them too, and we are them occasionally as well. And then you've got healed people with love in the heart. Now, the reason that it came up in the reading was because the person in the reading was, the person that I was reading for was judging themselves harshly based on thinking that when they've been a little bit toxic, they were as bad as the first people, the people with malice in their heart, or as bad as the abusers and stuff. And it's like, no, you're not like them. You're not even in the ballpark of them. You've never had malice in your heart. And it's probably true of everybody that's in here too. Even if we have thought, even if we've thought like, it would be quite nice if harm came to that person kind of thing, or if a person was stopped in their tracks. Never come from a place of malice. More like coming from a place of redressing balances and stuff like that. Malice is very different. And what my guides were telling me is that I don't know what that is. Like, I've never experienced it, but I can certainly recognize it in people. And I think we all can. But it's important to recognize that, is that to never judge ourselves, never compare ourselves to the ones with malice in their hearts. Sure, we can compare ourselves to the ones with love in their hearts, but that are damaged and wounded still and haven't healed themselves yet and are toxic. So that's one thing. Another thing is, what else was I thinking? Those that can give and those that can't give. There's people that are selfish. There's people that want to take. There's people that feel like victims, that feel that they're kind of the charity cases, and that everyone's got more than them and they should receive kind of thing. And they tend not to share, they tend not to give back. And if you supply them, then they get addicted to your supply and will cling to you. We need to be able to recognize them too. And when I got this information through, I thought about all my friends. I'm like, giver. Oh, there's one that doesn't. And the one that doesn't, I have very strong boundaries around him, because he is a taker. He sees himself as a victim. It's not a bad guy at all. But I'm very careful. I'm very careful how much I give, because I want givers in my life now, you know. Anyway, but you know, like, processing through stuff like that helps us to open up to actually receive, because then we can see the evidence in front of us, right? This person is a giver. They've got love in their heart. They don't have malice in their heart. You can feel that stuff. You can feel when someone's got malice in their heart, right? Or is it just me? Thanks, Danielle and Deborah. So, feminine is working through things so that she can open up, so that she feels safe to open up, so that she can actually receive this, because the masculine will want to be the masculine. Doesn't want the feminine to step up and be the masculine. And I think a lot of us have done that. I certainly have. The moon. Something's in the shadows still. I thought it was going to tell me about what the masculine's doing. The moon is the unknown energies, Still things yet to come up. Oh, the tower on the bottom of the deck suggesting some disruption going on. The universe is definitely doing things to get stuff moving, Yeah, the ones that are lasted by the next round. Absolutely, it shows, doesn't it? And I think we've all been there too. We've all been in that victim mode, and we shut down, we stop giving when we're like that. Yeah. But it's exhausting. It's exhausting supplying people like that. Oh, and then when you stop supplying them, they're not grateful for what you're giving them. Nah, they hate you for withdrawing it. They feel entitled to your energy, right? It's just a mini read, Sam. Thank you. Oh, Deborah, I didn't get one from you. I got one from Jenny out there. Danielle. What did my guides specifically assign to me for this twin flame journey? You want me to know? Oh, your twin flame guides. Took me a while to figure that one out. What do your twin flames assign? I know what you mean. Twin flame guides. Oh, I did glute state yesterday. It's hard to move. Building muscle. So important as you get older. Not waste away now. Okay, Deborah. Not Deborah. Danielle. Danielle. Oh, it's a pretty similar message, right? Soften and open, I am limitless. Right, soften and open up to receiving what I've just been talking about. But this isn't just about receiving the relationship. This is about receiving all kinds of things. I am limitless. Don't put restrictions. Don't go, well, I want to receive this, this, and this, and just restrict it to that. Open up to receiving all kinds of things, like all kinds of things, as much as you possibly can. Soften and open yourself. So you might want to ask yourself, and ask the universe, just how much can I receive? Just how much am I able to receive? Imagine, it's like you go into the ocean with a thimble kind of thing, or go into the ocean with a bucket. How big is your vessel at the moment? How much are you willing to receive? Sometimes we get stuck in the mindset that we just expect the same amount or the same type of stuff coming through. Same amount, really. But when we ask ourselves, what am I capable of receiving now? What am I capable of receiving now? And as just kind of a tester for the universe, we might be surprised at what comes in, and also how we feel when it does. Yeah. Because we have these limits. That's what the I am limitless is about. We have these limits to what we can receive. We don't mean to do it, but we do it. We have a comfort zone. So open up. Hey, Laura. Detachment and fulfillment. Okay. This is about you stopping, detaching from trying to fulfill these things yourself, trying to do it yourself, because we can't do it ourselves, right? When we're talking about receiving, we can't. We have to open up. That's the bit that we do, open up to receive. Feel safe enough. And the only way we can feel safe enough to receive is by trusting ourselves, trusting that we've learned our lessons, that we are empowered now, that we can deal with whatever comes along, right? It's like, how do you know that someone's not going to cheat on you? Well, you don't, right? But you can trust yourself to deal with it if and when it happens. You can trust yourself to deal with it. So if you have got to the point where you can kind of deal with anything, you can trust yourself to deal with anything, then you can open up. This is saying don't try and fill it yourself. Don't try and do it yourself. In other words, don't be in the masculine so much. You see, it feels to me like divine masculines are having to step forward, although I don't know. I don't know about this. In fact, I think I'm wrong on this. I won't say it. I think perhaps the divine masculine and divine feminine are doing the same thing at the moment, learning how to open up. I think the divine masculine has been the supplier too. I think the divine masculine are the ones that have been giving too. They've probably been around narcissists and they've probably been in codependent situations because of it. They've probably been giving to the wrong ones. They've probably been lent on in that same kind of way. And it's not that what you want to do is get to the point where you sit back and let them do everything, right? You don't want the roles reversed. You don't want to experience the opposite side of it. But for two givers to come together, both of them need to let up. Both of them need to let up in that whole I will do it all myself kind of thing. And so that they just do half. Yeah. So that they just do half. Like I do for you, you do for me kind of thing. So if you can deliberately try and stop yourself from fulfilling everything, doing everything, that's going to help you open up to receiving more. This soften and open to receiving more. I am limitless. It's saying from anyone. This is like a practice with everyone before you don't save it all for the twin flame kind of thing. You need to practice this on other people first and other things. There you go. I got it out. Thank you, Carrie. Maria, what's happening with your twin flame? Let's find out. Maria's twin flame. What's going on? Slowly. I think it's the case with everyone. All the twin flames. I think the universe is making sure of that. It's got to be slow. One step at a time, creating things. So they're getting more stable. They're getting themselves sorted out, creating stuff for themselves in their life. Perhaps independence. Yeah, perhaps creating independence for themselves. Getting the money together for their own place. That kind of thing. Creating things step by step. And intimacy and grace, letting up on the relationship stuff, like knowing that stuff will come up in time. Grace, with the flow kind of thing. Not focused on relationships at the moment. Going, well, that will happen when I'm ready. There you go. And that suggests that same thing for you as well, Maria. Do the same thing too. Independence, one step at a time, creating the things that you want in your world, and let the relationship stuff flow in its own time. I got Lara, I got Carrie. I haven't got one from you, Deborah. Let me just check in PayPal. Everyone else's emails have come through, but PayPal. sometimes doesn't happen. Yeah, Deborah. Thanks. I got one from you, Deborah, but I haven't got the email, but that'll come later to confuse me. Deborah. Let's do you next then. You're getting the number 7 for a while now, for timing on when we'll reunite. I was thinking 7 months separation. Is that right? Let's find out. Is it 7 months? Timings are always dodge, right? Because it's the hardest thing to read because it can change, and it does, it changes. Because we've all got free will. No, it's not 7 months. It might have been. It might have been yesterday. It changes, like, based on our decisions and our energy and everything. So, when is it now? How can I find out? Wait, now let's see why it's changed. So tell me why it's changed. Someone's led up. Have a good time, love what is. So someone's led up on a focus kind of thing. You know, when we can be determined, focused on one thing kind of thing, and then we give ourselves a break and go, I'm just going to take some time off, have a good time. That shift in focus changes the timeline. Not necessarily to make it longer either. It can make it shorter when we let up, when we let go. Service and travel. Okay, work and travel are changing the timeline here. So let's find out when it is then. Give me a timing in months for this. It's justice. 11. I was getting that it was sooner than that though. Sooner than the 7. Let me find out. Hang on. Is it sooner now? Is it sooner? No. It's gone to 11 months. Something about traveling for work. Someone shifted the focus to ease up on it a bit, and there's going to be some travel for work that has shifted the timeline. But that can change again, right? Depending on focus and all that kind of stuff. So hang on in there. No, is that your email? Yes, that's your email, Deborah, that just came through then. Okay, so Carrie, is your DM okay? He's going through it. Mine's too. Will we talk soon? I've heard from him. He's very honest with his feelings, which validated what I knew. Yeah. Okay. Is he okay? I think they are. They're really going through it at the moment. I can see that. I haven't seen mine for ages. I haven't seen mine since I've been back. I can feel it though. I can feel everything that's going on. And it's similar stuff to what I went through ages ago. No, not okay. But it's okay. It's okay that it's not okay. I mean, you can trust them to deal with it. Will you be talking soon? No. Tell us about what he's going through. Wait, detachment. Wait, it's got to let go of something. Yeah, cannot talk to you. Yeah, it's got to let go of it. Wants to do it themselves. It's important. Oh, travel and be with nature. So they're getting away from it. Yeah, a little bit of an out, a little bit of time out um, they're having or are going to have. Just need some time to themselves. Need to sort through things themselves. So you're on pause at the moment. Not okay, but they're dealing with it. They're not okay, but they are. Yeah, they're dealing with it. They're giving themselves what they need. That travel and nature is a very good sign that they're loving themselves through this. That they're like determined to sort this out themselves as well, with their sanity intact and all of that, with their energy intact. You're going on holiday. Oh, where are you going? Laura, how's self-guidance for you today? Follow your intuition. You're loved. And what more can I say about that? You guys are with you at all times. You can talk to them. You can ask them stuff. You can ask them to take care of something for you. Ask them to do anything for you. Everything for you if you want. Um, they're with you at all times, so converse with them and ask them. And then follow your intuition for their answers. Oh, I got Dom's bad today. Delayed onset muscle soreness. Yeah, Laura. You guys, they want to guide you. They want to guide you. They love you. They want to guide you. So use them more. Move to the US. Mhm. You are loved. You said again. You got it twice now. You're very loved. But you need to trust your intuition a little bit more, you know? Have this conversation with your guides every single day. Like, talk to them like a crazy person, you know? All the time. Like you've got an imaginary friend right there and you're talking to them all the time. But they're way more powerful than you are. Your imaginary friend. They can do all kinds of things that you can't. And then trust your intuition, trust yourself, trust your intuition. What comes back will be the urge to do something or say something or go somewhere, that kind of thing. It's that stuff that you've got to trust. So yeah. They want you to talk to them more and rely on them more and trust yourself more. Whenever I wear something that like touches me there, I get itchy there. Isn't this a point? It's like the breastbone point now. Isn't that like an acupressure point? You can tap it to boost your immune system and stuff. That's itchy. You think he told you how I feel so you don't worry, yeah. Yeah, that's it, Laura. Okay. And then we've got Danielle again. Danielle. What does my twin flame want you to know right now about where he's at? A year and a half, no communication, wow. Interesting. To forgive them. They want you to forgive them and respect. They want you to respect and value them, but they know that it's them that's not respecting and valuing themselves. Yeah, they've got to find that in themselves and they know that. That's the thing. I'm getting a knowing from this that they know that they need to find that. It's like they don't want to be a burden on you and have you supply that stuff for them. You know, I was talking about the supply before. It feels like they've recognized that they got needy for you. I need you to love me because I'm not loving myself. I need you to respect me because I'm not respecting myself. I need you to value me because I'm not valuing myself, that kind of thing. And yeah, I'm getting a definite, they've realized this and they don't want to do that to you. They're finding that within themselves. That's what they want you to know. They're happy about it too as well. this new focus that they've got, they're happy about it. Of course, whenever someone focuses on self-love, they get way happier about it, because that's when you claim your power, right? And suddenly stuff starts working for you when you're doing it for the self-love thing. As soon as you realize that and you start doing it, universe like gives you a round of applause and it starts hurling stuff at you, good stuff at you. So yes, they will feel much happier with this refocus. Now, also with this is they might be scared. And we all are, right? Scared to then focus on you, because what happens? We learn the self-love thing alone. We need to do that alone, right? And then it's like, and then getting into a relationship. What if I just go back to my old self again and forget all the self-love stuff? That is a worry, I think, for all of us, is how do I do that within relationship? Well, we've all got that challenge coming, but I'm picking that energy up in them too, is what if I just become needy again? In a process right now, for sure. Your twin flame. And they're feeling really good about it too. Really good with their new kind of self-focus. Very good. I like that. Hey, Timothy. Oops. Nearly dribbled. Being supported as well at the moment. That's good. They've got help. They've got people that love them, helping them. Awesome. Let's go back to the cards for everybody then. That was a nice round minis. Okay, so the as above deck, let's find out. So already out, we've got call forth a wave, says we want something to happen, right? We've got 10 in the garden, but there's still stuff to do and recharging at the moment, time out at the moment. King of Pentacles, the masculine is getting stable in themselves. Queen of Wands, the feminine wants to get going, wants to take action, wants to show the way toward happiness. Hierophant, both getting prepared for commitment. Ace of Cups, because they're in like a cocoon at the moment and in a transformation, waiting, ready for this new start in love. Queen of Cups, both having to open up, both having to work through resentments and stuff like that, the stuff that makes us shut down from the past. And the moon as an aspect of things yet to be revealed. We're disconnected for a moment then. Don't forget to join our Facebook group. Okay, so tell us more, guys. What's going on with Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine? The Mother of Air. She's throwing books around. Wisdom, is it? Mother of Air. The Suit of Air. No, not that. Air. She writes books, she creates language, she builds bridges with words and ideas. She wants to communicate. She wants to communicate. But there's also an element here of the universe helping us to communicate more effectively. What she's learned, like how to communicate what she's truly feeling in a very positive way. Without falling back into old patterns, perhaps of codependency, not communicating the feelings without it being a teaching moment. It's that kind of thing. Communicating feelings without it being an attempt to control. Communicating feelings without it being a manipulation. She's learning. She wants to communicate. But if this communication would have happened, say, a few months ago, you might already know, Divine Feminine, that it's better that you didn't say that in the way that you're going to say it a few months ago, because it was a manipulation, or it was an attempt to control, or it was, there was something behind it. It was loaded Locked and loaded is what I heard. Locked and loaded. What does that mean? Is that a gun term or something? I don't know. What else? So she wants to communicate, but this is like the universe saying, but hey, divine feminine, like, be honest with yourself. If we'd have let you communicate and say what you were going to say a while ago, it wouldn't have been the right thing, would it? And you know that. And perhaps it still isn't. The Two of Air is about yes, no, like what decision should I make? Indecisiveness, confusion. Should I, shouldn't I? I want to communicate. It's the pendulum thing. It signifies clear guidance. All the necessary information is at hand and it's time to make a decision. The truth of the matter is clear. If only we open our eyes and accept it. You know what I'm getting from this? She wants to communicate, she wants to communicate, she wants to communicate. The universe says, no, you can't, no, you can't, no, you can't. You're going to say the wrong thing. It's going to be loaded with something that you don't want it to be loaded with. Then she gets to the point where she's like, I'm not sure I want to communicate anymore. That's the point where she can communicate. When it will come straight from the heart instead of from her mind. It's the point where you give up. It's the point where you go, I'm not sure whether I'm ready anymore. It's the point where you say, I don't even know what I want to communicate anymore. There's an element here of our minds being, of us overthinking this, of our minds being too involved in this. One every other day. Oh, wow. Somebody's got it going on. I've been hermiting. The Seven of Earth. Sharks and dolphins and turtles. A mermaid. Seven of Earth. Get some different cards out today, hey? Sea creatures. It's a time to move carefully and pay attention to your environment. Be extra sensitive to energetic flow. Move and experience things differently than normal. Recognize that this is a new situation and adjust your perceptions accordingly. Flow as gracefully as possible without jarring or upsetting the balance. Go with the flow. Don't try and control this at the moment and don't overthink it at the moment. Let go and go with the flow. Remember, we're talking to people getting ready for this opening, to be open to receive. And I said that because I was getting that both the masculine and the feminine, divine masculine and divine feminine, have been the overgivers that have been around takers. Both with those resentments, both with the fears around that, both with the, oh God, is this going to be another taker? Is this another codependent situation? I'm exhausted. Both needing to get to the half point so that they receive more, give less, but still give, so that the other can receive. So we've got to go with the flow. I'm not getting at that set at all. What else? No, too many. What is that? He's never been that guy, but your energy's changed a lot lately, hey? Set free. People could pick that stuff up, you know. Are you tethered to someone else? Okay. Right. Guides, can you just be like one card at a time, please, and clearer? I'm going to take them. Doop, doop. Oh, interesting cards. Okay, we've got the Two of Earth. Living as equals, yeah, the balance. You see, it's what I was talking about. The Two of Earth is a balance. Water and earth, they live here as equals. That's exactly what I was saying. The divine, we're talking now about redressing a balance that both the divine masculine and divine feminine have been on the same page with. So they've both been equally imbalanced in the exact same way. But then both need to get in balance more first so that they can live as equals. Both have been overgiving. Both have been around people that are more taking than giving, that need supply. And I've had to like withdraw from that, like refuse to give to enable to give to people like that anymore. It's just draining. And then opening up to receiving from the other. So if you think about it, if both have been like receiving breadcrumbs, say receiving 10%, giving 90%, receiving 10%, both have been in that situation. Both need to get to the point of being 50-50 to come together. And the way that I've done that is, it is through the self-love thing, in fact. Yeah, it's through self-love. So, like, if you give 100% to yourself, right? And if anyone else comes along, friends, family, anybody, sure, give to them if you want to, if you feel like it, but not in spite of yourself. Making sure that there's that balance there. So, as I was saying before, I think it's a worry for all of us is, can we keep the self-love intact that we've generated alone when we're in relationships? The answer is yes, we're already doing it. Already doing it in friendships. I'm already doing it in friendships. Are you guys too? So that's what we're doing at the moment, is balancing ourselves up. I mean, it's so clear. It's coming out over and over again. It's coming out of me over and over again. We've got this initiation. I love this card. This is like spirit going, divine masculine and divine feminine. Come on. Come on now. There's a lot of direction at the moment. Pretty much nothing else going on for the divine masculine, divine feminine at the moment. There isn't this preparation for this. It's preparation for this union, for this commitment. Initiation. Everyone walks their own path, and everyone hears a spiritual call in their own way. For the witch, once she hears the call of the divine, of the goddess, and of the god, she commits herself to honoring them. It's like the old chants that medieval monks sang, with a call and a response. This card is about this relationship, this agreement. We're all called to a specific life, and we promise to live our beliefs as best we can. Mostly we promise to stay in right relationship with the divine so we can hear the needs and guidance of our deities with the same clarity with which we've heard our original call, and so that we can answer with the same passionate intensity. This is saying, stop focusing on the divine masculine, divine feminine. Stop focusing on them. Just focus on your spiritual connection right now. Divine Masculine, stop focusing on the Divine Feminine. Just focus on your spiritual connection right now. That's the easiest way for you both to be led into this. That's the preparation. There's something very sacred about this union, and that's the way that this is going to be initiated. Then we've got the Goddess, Divine Feminine. And the Three of Air. I'm guessing that the Three of Air is about the Divine Feminine then. It represents finding the truth by looking at something with different eyes from another point of view. So Divine Feminine needs to look at something with different eyes, or from another point of view. It's like the Moon card as well. Something's yet to be revealed, but it won't be revealed until the Divine Feminine looks at it in a different way. All the more reason not to focus on the Divine Masculine at the moment, because looking at something is not going to reveal what needs to be revealed. You look away from it. Does that make sense? When you're looking directly at something, you're not going to get or when you're focused on something, you're not going to get the information that needs to be revealed. It's like it needs to be in your peripheral vision. Of course, that's just a metaphor. Don't think about the Divine Masculine so much, Divine Feminine, because even though you want something revealed about the Divine Masculine, the focus on the Divine Masculine isn't where the answer is going to be. It's going to be in your spiritual connection. And what else? The God. I knew that God was going to come out. Thank you for that. So the Goddess is doing that. She's having to change her perception, shift her focus, because what she's focused on right now is not going to get her answers. It's not going to reveal that hidden thing that needs to be revealed. And what's the God doing? Divine Masculine is what right now? The elemental of air. Air. Blows a bit of fresh insight into a situation. Right, so the Divine Masculine is having fresh insight into his situation at the moment. There's a potential for this to help cut to the chase and resolve things, or it could add layers of complication. It's gaining new awareness. He's having ahas at the moment. It could make it more complicated. It depends what he does with that. Could make it more complicated for him, or it could make it easier. It could be exactly what he needs to move away from something, to just let go. It feels that that's what's going on to me with the Divine Masculine. It just needs to let go, but he needs to have good reason to let go. And he can't just do it. He can't just cut and run. He needs to work through the process of it. He's not going to get away from something completely. He's going to take the lessons with him. He can't do that. He can't take the same lessons with him into this divine connection. Not allowed to do that. He's got to process that. He needs to do it himself. He needs to go through the process of letting something go properly, for good reason, so that he's completely cool about it before he can move on. Anyway, ahas at the moment. He's having realizations. it reminds me of there was one point in my abuse journey when I realized what I was doing. I was constantly trying to find resolution with my abusers, trying to sort it out. And it suddenly hit me. I had this aha, and it broke me free from it completely, because the aha was, I keep on going back for more. I keep on going back for more abuse. I suddenly realized, I'm like, I just keep on going back for more abuse. What am I doing? I just need to stop. I just need to stop, because they're not going to change. They're abusive. And every time I go back, I just get the same thing. There's nothing to resolve. They're being themselves. I'm being myself. I just need to stop going there. I need to stop putting myself there. And it was just that was it. Just stop getting in touch with them. I stopped in that pursuit. I broke myself free of it completely. But I needed to realize that. I needed that aha to realize that, because if I'd have just cut it off, like this is too much trouble, I'm not speaking to them anymore, I still would have had that guilt, that I should have fixed that. I should have been able to sort that out, and that's no good. So the divine masculine here is going through a similar kind of process, and he needs to get that aha that sets him free, so that it can actually be free and walk away from something cleanly, in himself. You had to Eight of Cups, your person. She only wants to be besties. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, interesting. What about the Tower of the Miserable Ladies? Let's see if we can get the happy ones out today. Things are in the balance right now. Things are, that's what I'm hearing, kind of precarious right now. See, this is why I can't do time in things. There's so much in play, right? Major ahas. When the masculines have this aha, they're kind of the final aha that they need to set themselves free. This is when they're going to make the move. It's going to be fast after that, but they need to go through this process first, and there might be a long list of them before that final one that is the cherry on the top that really sets them free. Queen of Swords, cutting things out. She seems very happy there because she's empowered, right? And because she's cut stuff out. Sometimes I listen to other readers on YouTube, and they'll say things like, oh, someone's treating you like this way and this way. And it's like, no, I wouldn't let anyone treat me that way. And then I realize how much I've cut out in my life, just how much I will not tolerate. And it does make you a lot happier when you cut that stuff out. For anyone joining us late, check out what I said nearer the start of this about the different types of people. Maybe I should say it again now. There's different kinds of people. There's people that have malice in their heart. They don't have love in their hearts. They have malice in their heart. They want to hurt other people. Stay well clear of those. We can feel who they are. And then there's people with love in their hearts, but that are traumatized, that are wounded, that are as of yet unhealed. They're also toxic too. And we've been those people. We haven't been the ones with malice in the heart, but we've been the people that have been toxic because we've got love in the heart, but wounded, so unable to cleanly share that love. And then we've got the healed people with love in their hearts. Yay, that's us. Most of the time. Sometimes we get into the toxic. We really need to get a little bit more judgmental in order to manage ourselves properly. I'm hearing that we're not going to do anything good in the world unless we do this. We need to learn how to protect ourselves because there's all kinds of shit on this planet. And we need to protect ourselves, make ourselves happy first. Like this. More of an addiction, like a neediness. Timothy. Shuffling my hair into the car. My sinuses hurt so much that any time I got myself upright, sitting up or standing up, my nose would drip. And the drippy nose, because it was all swollen inside, my sinuses, all inflamed, and that would make me sneeze. And the sneezing really hurt. Hurt my mouth and my jaw and everything. I couldn't sneeze properly because it couldn't be an implosion inside my mouth kind of thing, because of how much pain I'd got. And so I was just a mess. Oh my God, it was just so bad. I was so exhausted from being in pain constantly. And thank God for the painkillers, but there was a need. I was taking too many painkillers too, but I had to. Like, I couldn't just take 3 a day, because 3 a day with meals, it's like, but then I need to go to sleep. Like, I need one before I go to sleep. And like, oh, it was a lot. Don't want them coming to us before they cook properly, right? We don't want, like, we've been with Rex. We've been with we've been with them before they're sorted. No, thank you. Like, sort yourself out first, then come to us. But make it snappy, would you? Kind of thing. Yeah, let them heal the toxicity. And we can't do it for them, right? And they've got to do it themselves. And they've got to be by themselves when they do it too. Got to see it clearly in themselves as well. Because, like, if they're in toxic situations, they are. They are. There's no telling somebody that. You can't tell someone you're in a toxic situation. They will not listen, right? They need to figure that shit out for themselves. Because people with love in their hearts, what do? They go, no, it's not. They make excuses for them. They go like, no, they're okay, really. Yeah, they are okay, really, but they're also toxic, you know? And it seems like this Queen of Swords is saying that we've got ourselves to that point. They need to get themselves to that point too, of realizing they can be this and that at the same time. Yeah, they're good people. They've got love in their hearts, but they're still toxic and they're no good for me and they need to be out of my life. Right? We don't owe anyone anything. And then the Six of Chalices. 6 of Cups. Soulmate twin flame. Reminiscing on the past, good times. Oh, this is childhood stuff I'm hearing. Childhood stuff. Reminiscing on childhood stuff. Is everyone else doing that at the moment? Like I said, as I said, I was watching movies the other day, and there was just every single one had this child abuse in it, and brought up a lot of stuff for me. That doesn't trigger me like it used to trigger me. To watch movies like that, and I would break down and cry. I still wasn't over it in myself. You know, crying for my inner child. I hadn't done the inner child work yet. I hadn't started taking care of my inner child. I don't react like that. Now it's more the anger of the injustice of it all. Now it's like, now I am the Queen of Swords. Now I've cut that stuff out of my life. It just makes me really angry. It's like when I'm out with my friends, there will be on occasion someone of that first group, the malice in their heart. And I can feel them as soon as they come in, and my hackles come up straight away, and my mood changes completely, and I'm ready to fight them, kind of thing, like, get out of here, you do not belong in here. and I'll be like that, and everyone else will notice, whether they've felt it in that person themselves or whether they're just noticing it in me, until that person leaves. You know, I'm not angry, like, it doesn't stay with me afterwards, but I deal with it in the moment. It's an empowered thing, and it's something to get used to. in me. But that's the stuff that's coming up for me anyway. It's not so much nostalgia as it's stuff from childhood that perhaps has been repressed for some time. Feelings that have been repressed. You might be going through things, going over things, remembering things, and seeing things in a new light. It's like when I was a guide, a girl guide, I was doing this, I don't know, camp leader kind of badge or something like that. And so I was the leader of this camp, and the guide leader, whatever you call them, can't remember. She was malice in her heart woman. Holy crap. Even my mom, who was a malice in the heart woman as well, said she shouldn't be around children. She was fierce. She had done something wrong. Like, it wasn't wrong. It was just something that wasn't right for the tick in the box to give me the badge kind of thing. I still got the badge. It wasn't that bad. It was something like I was supposed to burn the garbage instead of have it still in a bag or something like that. I think it was exactly that, in fact. Well, she screamed at me. She was like in front of me, screamed at me as if I'd done something terrible. She really laid into me. So much so that I defecated in my pants. And when I think back at that now, I'm like, F you, woman. Like, wow. I would have dealt with that so differently now. So, stuff like that. You're getting really frustrated with how unending this journey seems to be. Yeah. Right, and we just need that constant confirmation, don't we? Because even though they're telling us, don't focus on the divine masculine, and we're like, yeah, okay, what's going on with the divine masculine then? Let's get the cards out, you know? And so we get the confirmation. The guides are trying to help us with this constant confirmation, because we can feel it, right? We can feel what they're going through. I can. I want to sort it out for him. I want to tell him. I want to go, you know what's happening here? And because I've been through this. But I can't. I know that I can't do that. So, your mum was nuts, trying to kill us. The eldest often saved my little brother in the sense. Yeah. Ugh, Lord. Crazy, huh? Might not just be from childhood either. I had something come up last night for me. Someone trying to put the fears on me when I was an adult. I was in my 30s, and they were giving me a lift home, this couple. And they decided to give me this talk as if I was a child, putting all the fears onto me. Like all of these imagined fears for me and stuff. And when I got out of the car, I said, I wish you hadn't have picked me up. Like, I wish I'd have walked home. Because that was just ridiculous. And, you know, just all kinds of toxic stuff in the past, I would deal with differently now. And I didn't even deal with that badly. I spoke up at the end of it, but I didn't speak up until the end of the tirade on me, really. It was just pure judgment. And it was their fears and putting them on me, you know. Anyway. That's why I've got the Six of Chalices. Stuff is coming up from the past. Some of it could be deep healing stuff that you still need to do. Some of it could just be a realization of how far you have come and that you have healed and that you will deal with these things in a much different way now. And it's concerting for the... Is that a word? It's not going to be disconcerting for the inner child anymore. It's calming for the inner child when you process through stuff like that, because they feel protected in a situation that they were in. If you're like, well, I wouldn't tolerate that anymore, the inner child feels safe then, right? What's that? Queen of Cups. He's like, you're right. It's like, not really. No. I've been loving everyone. I've been nurturing everyone. It's my turn now. He has got that nurturing there, doesn't he? He's nurturing her instead. She's like, thank God for that. It's my turn now. So important who we open up to and who we don't open up to. So important to become discerning about people and all the different energies that there are, all the different toxic energies that they are. And we can't say that they're all narcissists or they're all these, the ones with the, what is it? My guide said? Something in the heart. Malice in their hearts. Because they're not. Some are just loving the hearts but are unhealed, and they're the confusing ones, right? It's like, but they're a good person. But they're still toxic. Then we've got the stars. I want to read this out of this deck. Oh, looks like fun. The stars. "13 days until I get my teeth." I thought this last visit was going to be the last visit, but it's not. 17. Dentist was quite apologetic after he wrecked me. Said that he would never have done all of that to somebody else, but I'm strong, as I was shaking. It was a lot. My brain was stopping functioning. It's too much. It was like giving birth. It was like overload of, even though I had so much anesthetic as well, so I couldn't even feel my face. Even so, what do you call it? The things that go through your system, the natural painkillers that go through your system, it starts shutting you down. It was too much. It was too much, but I survived it. The star is like pushing the reset button. It helps you feel clean, refreshed, and renewed. Oh, cynicism and pessimism fall away, and you can look at the world through new eyes, expecting good things. This is the transformation we're in at the moment. So if you find that there's still a bit of pessimism, cynicism, a bit of like, oh God, what if it's going to be more of the same? What if it doesn't work out? What if they've got like crap going on and stuff like that? You're not ready for it yet. The star is like pushing the reset button. It helps you feel clean, refreshed, renewed. Cynicism and pessimism fall away, and you can look at the world through new eyes, expecting good things. It's a time of renewal and cleansing. So that we can fully, properly open and so that this can be a good relationship. I watched another good movie last night. It's called, oh, I'm terrible with names. Druid's Peak. Druid's Peak. Another good movie. I only watch movies on YouTube because I don't have Netflix or anything like that. I've never had anything like that. I don't watch enough stuff. So I weren't getting something like that. Although sometimes I miss like daytime TV. I used to quite like daytime TV, you know, way back, a long time ago. Just light TV about, you know, nothing much. That's like watching my makeup channels and stuff like that, though. That's that light entertainment sometimes that I crave. Then we've got the Two of Wands. Yeah, it's pivotal in a good way. Good explanation for it. Two of Wands. Yeah, so if we're like, oh, something's about to happen, and then it's like, brace yourself. You're not ready yet. Not ready yet. Two of Wands. Just want to read it from this book. I don't know why. Where are you? There. To accomplish anything, whether magical or otherwise, it's necessary to have a clear vision of the goal and to gather the necessary resources. This woman focuses her thoughts and her will on a desired outcome. That's why the pessimism has to fall away, right? We've got to get to this place of being ready for it with excitement, with a clean slate, with all of that stuff falling away. So we're in the process too. It's not just the Divine Masculine, of course. We're in that exact same process too. We're all getting ready to open up. She looks within to find a connection to the universal energy. So what the guides are saying is connect to source. Now, stop focusing on the other person, connect to source. That is going to be the way to get to this clean point, because it's not about the other person. You think it is. You think it's your fears about the other person, but it's not. It's your fears that you've collected from the past. And so if you connect with source, it's going to take you there. It's going to take you to all of those things that need to be cleared up. Clear vision of the goal. So sometimes we're focused on the goal of this happy relationship and all being good, and then sometimes we're like thinking of the trouble that there could be, or the problems, and that their healing that's still required. Any of you doing that, imagine them showing up and then they're still in the healing process and you're helping them. That's not the clean vision yet. The clean vision is two people healed, ready, and then the positivity. Yeah, so I think there's this need to be honest with ourselves at the moment of what our vision is at the moment. What are those dreams that you're having? What are the visions that you're having of the coming together? Is it tarred with the negative stuff? Is it tarred with the healing stuff? Is it the tarred with things still not being resolved? Because that's showing that you're not ready. Then we've got the Nine of Pentacles, single, independent, having wins. We've had this message before that you're going to start having wins, like personal wins, as a sign that you're ready. It might almost feel like, well, now things are really getting going for me, independent-wise. It does feel like it's going to be at the point where you least expect it, kind of thing. Like was said before, when you don't know what you're going to say anymore, when there's nothing to say anymore, right? If we get to this point of cleanness in our vision, all that stuff that we wanted to say isn't going to be there anymore, right? Self-mastery. Like, it's divine masculine, divine feminine. We've got to be divine, masters of ourselves to even come together. Mm-hmm. All right. So hard not to, though, isn't it, Deborah? So hard not to focus on them. Oh my God. King of Wands. Masculine makes the move. Masculine is going to be the one that makes the move. To claim it when he's ready. It feels to me like the masculine is more aware of their unreadiness. And the feminine is thinking that she's more ready than she is. I do like these shows. The Knight of Chalices, there he is, dreaming of it, the love offer. Not giving the love offer in this card, but he's dreaming of it. Putting all the pieces together. Where will I do it? And this is no like ordinary love offer this either. This is no ordinary love offer. This is commitment, preparing for commitment. So this is why he's dreaming of it. It's got your picture there. And what looks like an Etch-a-Sketch. I think it's a book. Yes, watching tarot readings about him does. He's focusing on them. As long as it makes you feel better, right? If it's confirmation that makes you feel better and makes you take a step back from it, that gives you some ease, that's a good thing. If you're watching the kind of tarot reader that makes you feel like, oh God, what's that going on kind of thing, don't watch those ones. There's some tarot readers that are more drama, you know, they're still in that energy, and so they're the energies that they're picking up on. It gives you a break. Yeah. It just depends. I mean, you know, it's like anything. We can use, anything can be like positive or negative, right? Anything can be. We can use things to our detriment, and we can use things for our betterment. And we know in ourselves. It's like I used to go out with this guy. This was a long time ago. A very long time ago, 30 years ago. I used to go out with this guy when my eldest son was baby. And what was I doing? I went to visit him. It's a guy that I went to uni with. And I used my credit card for something. And he's like, sheer horror at it. It's like, cut that up right now. Why would I do that? He said, you just get into debt. I said, no, I pay it off in full every month. Cut it up right now. I'm telling you, cut it up, you'll regret it. And I'm like, no, I won't. Like, he obviously couldn't trust himself with a credit card, right? But I can. Some people can use credit cards and it's to their detriment. Some people can use credit cards for the betterment. I thought it was a great deal. It's like I get to pay for things up front. I get a bit of like interest-free credit because I paid it off each time. Anything can be to our betterment or our detriment, you know. So only you can know whether you're using something like tarot readings to ease your mind, to make you feel better, or that make you feel worse. And for sure, if they make you feel worse, have a break from them, for sure. Have a break. So the Knight of Chalices is dreaming of it, coming forward. So this King of Wands and then the Knight of Chalices, that's the masculine getting prepared for the actual, how am I going to do this, where I'm going to do it, what I'm going to say, what I'm going to offer, How am I going to say it? And how big should the diamond be? You know, shit like that. Okay, let's get more out. I'm going to keep on going because this is good for me at the moment, personally. Really trying not to focus on mine at the moment. So, Starchild Tarot. We have the Nine of Wands, the healing. A lot of healing going on at the moment. Just as we thought we didn't have much more left, and we don't really in the bigger picture. Not that much healing left, right? Anyone that's not in our Facebook group, join it. Nine of Wands. I'm reading it out of this book because I love this book. Your hard work and efforts are close to a state of completion. You have the inner strength and wisdom and perseverance to move forward, but a minor setback or obstacle may suddenly surface. Know that you're incredibly close, so it's important not to lose touch with your goals. Believe in yourself and your innate ability to achieve success. After this last challenge, you'll know what you're truly made of. It's interesting, isn't it? Because I was getting, for the masculine, it's like that last aha. Probably I'm getting a lot of ahas, but there's going to be a final aha that's just kind of like, what is that? What I'm seeing? It's like when you're sewing something or cutting through something, like a rope or something like that, you know, that's made up of a lot of little strings, and you're cutting through it, and it's that the last thread that's holding it on that sets you free. It's that kind of thing. It's keep going. This is saying keep going. You're almost there. See, this is why we've had carrots, right? Reading after reading after reading for months and months and months and months, saying it's about to happen. You're like, yeah, sure. But we want to believe it, right? So why? Because we've had to have believed it to keep going, to keep moving ourselves forward, to go through this process. Because we're fine tuning now. There's nothing major left. For those that are the front runners, like, and my guys, I've said, like, start doing the pick a card reads for twin flames, because there's the front runners of the twin flames, and that's you and I. And then there's twin flames, of course, that are going to come afterward, and they're in the running now. They're watching readings and stuff now. So, and then they're not at the stage we're at right now. They've got a lot of work to do. So I just said, start making the pick a card reads so you catch them all. I had no idea I was going to become like a twin flame reader. Someone had told me that a few years ago. I'd have been like, they don't even exist. I fully didn't believe it. I fully didn't believe it because my guides never once talked about them. So, right? It's a process. Last push. Nearly at that breaking free point, I think, is what it is. Rather than a kind of a breaking point of an emotional outburst, it's more of a breaking point of a release of I'm not doing this anymore kind of thing. It's like a realization that it's all been a bit of a game and that they don't need to play it anymore. Six of Swords, great sign, because that is that walking, that's movement, right? The Six of Swords. And then the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I love a bit of Six of Swords. At last. It's when your mate gets out of a toxic relationship. You're like, thank God for that. The Six of Swords highlights the need to let go of something or a kind of sacrifice that must be made in order to move forward. This may be a difficult choice to make. It is. But we know that it's merely a transitory phase and you'll benefit in the long run. In the short run is what I heard. You'll benefit. It's the masculine, isn't it, that's doing this, let's face it. But they'll benefit really quickly from it once they do it. With time, you may understand the advantage of letting things go as an evolutionary process. It's the acceptance of change and release in order to grow from experience. After moving on, you'll be able to reflect on your path and the choices you've made. The Six of Swords is a card of transition and growth. New adventures. Harmonious circumstances, success after turmoil, sacrifice and change. It's going to change for the better for the masculine so fast. They're going to think, well, it's better for the long run kind of thing. It's going to change. Like, they're going to be happier so fast, is what I'm hearing. Knight of Wands. After everything you've worked towards and experienced, your personal goals and ambitions have become crystal clear. You have the self-determination to make things happen, and the courage and conviction to pursue your dreams with confidence and ease. Make sure to plan accordingly, or you may feel too rushed along the way. Or there has been that message too of maybe slowing things down a little, maybe needing to be the wise one that slows things down a little. Knight of Wands. Yeah, so they could come with this rush of energy. I just had the feeling of, what's that? When you get a rush of energy and your face flushes, you get like a whoosh of heat through you. They're going to come forward with that kind of an energy of they set themselves free and they're a little bit too eager. Because it feels so different to them. And you might need to slow them down. What did it say again? Make sure to plan accordingly, or you may feel too rushed along the way. They're going to come through like confident, really, really confident. Yeah, when it happens, it's going to happen fast. The lead up to it is slower than a slow thing on National McSlow Day. So yeah, there's that whole masculine is going to come in like push, and feminine is going to have to be the wise one then. Whoa, Nelly, like, okay, it's great. Slow down. Yeah, they might come through like that too. All of this that they've been thinking of, it might come out of them super, super fast. I've not been watching Steve Ash. Who's Steve Ash? Ace of Cups. Yeah, let's read it out of this book. This book is great. I think, if anyone hasn't got tarot cards, I would recommend this as a starting deck in a way, because this book is just so beautiful. The explanations of the cards is just beautiful. It's one of my favorites for reading out of. Steve, what did you call him? Steve Ash, no. Not heard of him. Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is a celebratory card indeed. Indicates a time of new beginnings and relationships that leave you feeling energized and giddy. This could be new romance or deeply rooted connections with others. It's a powerful force that regards the emergence of universal love and the cosmic ties you share with soul families and friends. Your psychic awareness may also be heightened at this time, allowing you to see beyond the veil of the 3D world. This ace also signifies a strength and reinforcement of your own identity, self-esteem, and personal convictions. It's an overall wisdom that leads to spiritual growth and illumination. A wonderful period to explore new avenues of self-expression and creativity, which will raise your vibe to a whole new level. Ooh. Very good. Steve's Love Tarot. Oh, you're asking Timothy. We're asking Ash. Steve loves Tara. Let me see. Steve loves Tara. No, I've never seen him. I'll check him out. Let me just click subscribe now. I'll check him out. It's the Starchild Tarot. There's a link to it. Wait. I'll give you a link to it. Live. Oh, I can click on this. Starchild. Oh, I don't have a link to it. But this is it anyway. Danielle. Noel. Noel. Oh, just long ones, like this shaft. Okay, final card. Well, we've got a lot of good stuff here. Six of Cups again, so we've got to read the Six of Cups out of this deck. I've got the Three of Wands card here. Always makes me laugh, this card, because she's naked there and she's got her legs crossed, right? And it's like her vagina is like got these things coming out of it, calling him in. It's not what it says in the book, but that's what I always get from that image. Drawing him in with a, you know what? Six of Cups. Six of Cups reflects a period of relaxation and success after finally emerging out of a stressful situation, and highlights the self-confidence that comes from speaking your truth. Ooh, it's probably what needs to happen as well, right? The masculine probably needs to do that. Speaking his truth, not to the divine feminine, that comes after, but other people needs to let it out, let rip. On top of this energy, this card connects to lingering moments of nostalgia or an idealized past you may still be holding on to. Deep emotions are rooted within these memories, so it's important to acknowledge them, whether they're pleasant or not, as we're living records of every thought and feeling we've experienced. It is important to also remember the inner child who still exists within you. It may be an opportune time to plan out a recreational, social, or peaceful interlude. So once you come together, once they've made the move and you come together, you're going to have this peaceful time together. Plan for it, like have a contingency plan, have like a honeymoon period kind of thing. But it's not a honeymoon period kind of thing. It's exactly what it said in that. A peaceful interlude. There's going to have to be some peace, some time out, some peace. You're going to need that together to integrate. You know, when we've been through something big, we need to integrate that energy, our new energy, that sassy scorpion. I like her too. She's very, isn't she? I listen to her even though she's very rarely reading for me. I still listen to it because I like her form of delivery. You missed everything, Riley. We finished. JD Tarot, I'm not sure I've heard that one. Yeah, I'll check that one out. Well, there we have it. That's what's going on. I used to watch Ramblin' Mike, but he's a showman, right? Just positive, just positive readings with him, which has its place. Like Sassy Scorpion, she's like me. I like Secret Shaman Oracles. Is she? I like her. The ones that kind of teach. Using it to teach. I'm looking up at the wrong camera. I think I've seen JD Tarot. They've messed with the algorithm, YouTube, when mine suddenly got cut very harshly. I noticed two at the same time. As a consumer of readings, I only get to see a certain number of tarot readers now, and they're not very good. Like if I do a search, it's the same ones that show up. They've cut it for some reason. I don't know. You can watch the replay. Oh, my body. God, the dawn was bad. So thanks everyone for coming along. On Friday, I will be doing the individual signs, Aries through Pisces, messages for them. Might also be about twin flames. Don't know yet. Could be. Don't forget to join our Facebook group as well. Thanks for everyone's donations as well. Oh, not that. That's a Starchild Tarot. Oh well. Join our Facebook group. It's here. Who's messaging me? People should know not to message me when I'm live. Yeah, good one. I like these shows. Maybe I should start doing this every time. I don't know. Watch the replay. Oh, thanks, Deborah. Certainly my readings help me more than anyone else's readings help them. And that's what I like about this show so much. If I try and read for my situation, right, I don't do it very well. These ones are for me. Pick a card reads, not so much. Dailies, occasionally, they're for me. This show is for me, for sure. And so it really helps me. So yeah, check the replay out. Come along live next time. I will be doing this particular show each Wednesday, like this. So thanks everyone, and look out for the pick a card read that I'll be putting out. I can't remember what it's going to be today. It's going to be something like how they feel about you. I don't know, something like that. One of my usuals anyway. Or it could be the Love Tarot. I don't know. But have a good one, everybody. See you on Friday.